RFK Jr. says doom scrolling is damaging to children's mental health. There was a $2 million toxicology report. I posted under below it. And as you can see, I got 3 videos and 1 picture. The picture illustrates the damaging effects known about children's vulnerability to microwave radiation.
I think now the average is about 5.5 hours per day that they're spending on social media. And that was time when we were outdoors. When I was a kid, we were playing sports. We were doing things that I think increase opportunities for self-esteem. You get the self-esteem from doing esteemable things, from making yourself better, from enduring challenges, from enduring pain, living through it. And it just seems like doom scrolling is a waste of time, that there's just no benefit coming from.
Well, when you look at doom scrolling, what are you really talking about? You're talking about touching your phone, which is a microwave weapon. That's what it is. Let's just call it what it is. And here is the Chicago Tribune, which you can pull up, and so can RFK Jr. too. So as we pull this up, we can click on see results, and we can see 7.15. The limit is 1.6. So we can see all these numbers, different testing. And we also have to mention these testings were also done at RF lab exposure. And we also have a video with Dr. Oz in RF exposure labs 2 years ago doing a test on cell phones. And they cherry picked one, I believe, because it passed the outdated safety guideline. The outdated safety guideline that lost in court. Lost in court. You can see this stuff too. You can go find it, and I'm going to see if I can mirror that image, because I don't know why it's not coming through, but EHT or ehtrust.org, you can find all this information. Plus, you can find the court transcript. You can hear the aftermath. You can hear this one, which is really great. You get to hear all the court hearing procedures and what she says about not looking at the cumulative effects as well as the impact of children. And we go back to the rat and monkey tests, which were done to determine the safety levels that we got now. And we also have Sam Milham, the author of Dirty Electricity. You can read all his public pages, his peer-reviewed studies. You're going to want this one right here, Dirty Electricity in School. They were getting cancer in there. With this all being said, I'm pretty sure that RFK Jr. is well aware of the NPT study, which only looked at 2 and 3G. We have to keep this all in the sense of what we're looking at when we're talking about safety, cell phone safety standards. And the cell phone safety standards were set in 1980, or came from the 1980 rat and monkey tests. So we already know the hours that were stated by him during that video. 5 hours and some minutes or whatever. I'm going to see if I can find the video for the standard and how we got our rates that we use today. And it's unbelievable when you hear it, because it's almost like it's not even true. So these rat monkeys were blasted with microwave radiation to the point where they couldn't push a food lever, even though they were starving. I wanted to get in there Dr. Robert Brown, because he just came out with a new book, Unplugged. So in the 7-minute radiation fact video.
Good evening. I'm here to explain in 7
So in the 7-minute radiation video it's over at Environmental Health Trust, he discusses where the 5G ratio is at, and it's non-ionizing, and it shows that non-ionizing is damaging, and it's well known. And then he shows a safe and sound probe meter being tested in the background, shows it by the window, and shows that it hits 10,000.
Mounted 5G small cell across the street. If I take out the detector and I turn on the volume, you can see that the radiation emitted from this small cell is erratic but continuous. The maximum power density coming from the antenna on this front stoop is over 10,000 microwatts per meter squared.
10,000 microwatts per meter squared.
Video,
So it's 10,000 there, and it's 700 at the bed. And then goes on and explains on schwannomas and the NTP study and how it came about to get these safety standards that we have today.
$9.96.
So she's the think tank over at Environmental Health Trust, and she didn't even believe that there was a problem with phones when she first started this, because she thought she's a scientist. She should know everything that's important.
And they were, in fact, legitimate questions, things we did not know. There are a lot of important questions to be asked about mobile phone radiation today, without any doubt. But
so we have the rat monkey test that was done to determine our safety standards that we have today. And it was only looked at thermal effects only. So they never looked at anything else besides that. And I'm going to show you a small one. If I got 7 minutes, 8, 9, 10, I got 3 minutes left. So this is I think this one's more in depth.
Their findings of fact have been pointed at some point.
Soap in some sort of container with the lever, and as they sat there, they increased the radiation in that vessel until the rat was physically unable to press the lever. Is that correct?
You sound as incredulous as I felt the first time I saw it. And that's where I mentioned I had to go through it multiple times before it sunk in. What you just described is perfect. That's what happened. It's kind of like putting them in a microwave oven and continually increasing the power until finally they couldn't function. So yes, that's exactly what they did.
So that's exactly what they did. And RFK Jr.'s posting, oh, hey, doing scrolling. No, it's them touching the phone, about page legal RF exposure of your phone will tell you that your phone needs to be a certain millimeter away from your body. And when it says body, it means the hand, the head, and the head. It's 10 times more microwave radiation for a child than it is an adult. And RFK Jr. should team up with Environmental Health Trust. 256 scientists from 43 nations signed the International Ionizing or Scientists Against Non-Ionizing Radiation. With that all being said, safe and sound probe meter, you as a parent can go test and then repost the video and make sure you put RFK Jr.'s name in there, the president and everyone in the cabinet. Go see Dr. Oz's video on smartphone radiation. They're using RF labs for the test, and then go over to Chicago Tribune, who also uses RF labs, and you'll see the numbers that are way over. Think of this child with 2 pockets. One, want to keep mom and dad away from, so if you're going to have a burner phone. 2 pockets with those data from the Chicago Tribune. You get a sense that it's close to what the rats are getting or more. One of the phones was at 7.